Hey everybody, I'm going to show you real quick how I create really cool thumbnail images like this. These are the thumbnail images that I use for my YouTube videos, and these are just, simple thumbnail images, but I'm going to show you how I create these. But the process, so it kind of looks like this. So I'll kind of have the thumbnail image, and this is just a normal one. Then I'll have the text on top of it, and then bam, it looks cool all of a sudden. So how do I create this? So here's what I do. I have multiple apps that I use, and so the first thing is I obviously get a screenshot. So I'll get a screenshot of some image, and I'll just have all these different screenshots. And so first thing is I'll obviously get a screenshot of something. Then I'll actually come into here, and I'll use this. This is the PixArt, and I tend to use this just to create like an HDR effect. So let me show you. Let's show you with a completely new one here. So yeah, and the problem with this is all these ads pop up with that dumb app. So basically, first thing is I'll come and I'll hit the HDR, because the HDR, like, you'll notice the change. So there's just a little change. It's like it pops a little bit. So I'll have the HDR effect. Then I'll go ahead and save that. So let me click save with this. After I save that, now I'll actually come back into here into type image, or however you say that thing. And so let's start a new one here. So I'll now come in here, and I have this image that has the HDR effect. Now you can type in whatever you want. So you can say, I'm the greatest. So you can type in whatever you want there. And here's where you can just kind of mess around with the actual text. So I'll put a shadow behind it. You can change the text. So they have like different fonts and stuff, or different looks and everything. So this is where I'll work on the actual look. So let's just pick... let's get a different one if this will change. Alright, so it's not changing. But basically I'll figure out something in terms of what I like in terms of the actual look. So like this, right? So here, now notice how I cover everything, right? So my entire face, everything on here is covered. And so I'll save this image. So I'll click save. So that image is saved. Now I'll go to this app, Enlight. And so with the Enlight app, so now I have this image, and remember I had this image, so it's a different image. Well, it's the same image, but it doesn't have the text on it. So what I'll do is I'll go to Enlight, and I'll click the tools. So I click on tools, and it opens up with a mixer right there on the right. So I'll click on the mixer. The mixer, I'll now click on the other photo that doesn't have the text on it, and the mixer just adds like a picture on top of a picture. So I'll kind of increase the size to where it's the exact same size. So now this picture is on top of the other picture, and if I press this button here on the right side, where it has like the one on top of the other, then I'll press that, and it shows me if they're lined up. So if they're lined up, then all that happens is a text immediately pops up when I keep pressing this thing. And so I see that they're lined up. Now I come over here to the tools, I click on the erase section, and what I'm doing right now is I'm about to move my finger across. And so notice as I move my finger across, it's like erasing. And so now you could see the background a little bit. Now you can see the actual text. And I'm just kind of slowly moving my finger across it. And let's say I accidentally move it too much and I move it across my face there. I'll like click add, and I'll zoom in. And then I'll just wipe that, and I'm just using my finger right now. And so the finger, it can it creates all that. And so notice, bam. And I'll just, after I like it, I'll come up here and click save the photo. And whoop-de-doo, we now have an amazing photo. So it went from a normal picture, went from this, I put text on it, and then I kind of erased it, and now it looks really cool like that. So bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.